Hey.
How are
Hey,
you?
Bougie, how you doing?
Hey, honey slinger.
We don't let God lead us like we should. We need to have our focus on Him. He won't lead us wrong.
True.
That's what Karen said. And Lynette said, all correct. We learn or suffer. I learned the hard way about attachment, but learned valuable lessons from the experience. And now I got it not to depend on. Right. What's up, Bullseye?
What's up? This I had to come up here. This is something I had to learn too.
What you said, baby, it's been on my heart for a while. And I was like, I had confirmation today. And I was like, that's
Okay.
the topic for today. Yeah. I love your hat. Is that a hat or a bundle?
I forgot what PIA call it. PIA made it for me.
I like it. It's
Thank you.
cute.
I forgot
It's
what she
cute.
called it.
Wait a minute. Did I miss anything? Okay. So why attachments can be dangerous? Attachments can make you do things you never thought you would do. And I am a
Mm-hmm.
prime example of that. Many of you guys who know me do know my story. I'm not going to go into it, but you already know about the things that I tried to do to myself. Attachments can make you do some things that you never thought you would do.
Mm-hmm.
Attachments can make you ignore red flags, accept disrespect, stay in toxic relationships, chase
Mm-hmm.
people who don't value you, lose your identity, abandon your self-worth. And the scariest
Mm-hmm.
part, you start confusion suffering with a loyalty. Prime example. My stuff been in that storage since 2023. Why am I holding on to it? I'm paying $600 a month on 2 storage buildings. If I'm late, it's almost 700.
Mm-hmm.
That's being attached to materialistic things.
Mm-hmm.
When I can use that money for something else.
Mm-hmm.
So attachments ain't always about people.
People. Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Attachments ain't always about people. It can be a job.
People, places, and things.
Right. Right. What's up, Miss Jones?
It
Truth, how
most
you
definitely
doing?
can't be a
Welcome in.
job.
Right.
Because when I said I had enough, I quit. No, I didn't quit. I retired.
I quit. I'm out. Peace. Dave Buzz was speaking to David. David said maybe
It's not an easy thing to do. It's
it's
just
not.
once you are aware of it, it kind of becomes a little bit easier. But it's not easy to do because you not only is it's an emotional attachment.
Hey, Growing in Faith Farmer, welcome in.
You know how you lose something and you cry about it. That's an emotional attachment to it.
Right. Hey, Suzanne and Best Yet Journey, welcome in.
Hello, Susan.
Hey.
So
I think
Nikki
it's
said-
bad shit. What's up? I think it's mostly your mindset.
right, right. We're holding on to things that are not healthy. I remember Jake saying anything that goes in his yard, if it does not have a benefit or a place, it does not need to be out there. And that's the same thing with
If it doesn't feed you, it doesn't need to be out there.
Right. What's up, Contra Hustle?
Hey.
So Nikki said, what happens when a person or thing is unavailable? What you gonna do then?
Right. And
Right.
well, I found myself always in that predicament. You know, I went through my woe is me, you know, why nobody is here for me.
Right.
Woe is me.
Right. Bougie, I'm going to be kicking back in the bushes, girl. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
So Karen says 7 years of a very abusive marriage taught me a lot.
Mm.
And Nikki says suffering with loyalty. That's
Hey,
good.
Kitty D. Well, like I said, it's a mindset thing.
When you say a mindset, what kind of mindset?
Hi, Candy K.
We're all different.
Mm-hmm.
I come to the realization where you can hold on to something and it hurts you, or it's just not beneficial to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it might have a little bit of military to do with me as well, because when I said it's done, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been like that for the last 30 or 40 years. I've been that way because I realized that a lot of things in life, I was young, dumb, full of, and I think that's where I learned it mostly. Everybody gonna tell you what you want to hear, that they could be on your good side.
Right.
And for a short time in my life, I did go that direction. But I come to reality, every good friend ain't a good friend.
Mm-mm.
Right.
Every good situation is not a good situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I just change. When I say I'm done, that's it. That's the end. That's just the end for me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That come with people and situations.
Right.
If I say we done, you ain't got to worry about me saying nothing to you or coming to you or whatever. That's just me.
I think, like you said, that like I had I think maybe like you said, it's an age thing, because you know when you're younger, you think that especially my generation,
Hey, Howie.
we have the baby boomers where they have a way that they feel and think that you should be living and things that you should be doing. And as a loyal generation, we followed those things without question. Some of us,
Right.
we did them without questioning. That's how we came up. We didn't question what was told to us. We just did what we was told to do. So now when you go into this in adulthood and you still got your parents, you 35, 40, 45 years old, and they still trying to tell you what to do, and you not, you know, don't have your own way where you want to go, or you don't want to rock the boat to get nobody nobody mad at you and stuff like that. So yeah.
I get you. Rob said attachments can be an everyday bad habit that we all may have and don't have under control. Gambling, lying, cheating, lusting, jealousy, drinking, drugs, porn, materialistic, low self-esteem, etc. And Nikki said, yes, bougie. David said, well, cleaning is very healthy for oneself. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Somebody else said something that made a good point. I'm trying to get down to it. Hey, Candy K, thank you, girl. I just finished this hair yesterday. Ooh.
Cool, Forrest. Welcome in. Annette, welcome in.
Everybody. If they aren't a good friend, are they a friend at all? Candy K says.
You know, that word friend is not, well, I was like this for a while. Like, everybody is not your friend. I think for me, that is a word that you shouldn't give to everybody.
Right.
Because everybody that comes along doesn't really need to be your friend. It could be acquaintance. It could be people you just, associates. Like, that word friend is like, these people need to be able to be like, that should be a person that cares about you unconditionally.
Right.
Like, and especially this is somebody that has been around you for decades.
What you say, hey Thea.
Not somebody that you just met 30 minutes ago or even 30 days ago. That is not your friend.
or online. Just because
especially online.
Right, just because you come up on my counter don't make you my friend.
Exactly. It show nope, we is not friends. We show
Right.
ain't.
And
Right.
when you
Are
say
we
friend,
community members? Yes. We are community members with each other. Yes.
when you say friends, it's kind of like you got to also categorize it. Yeah, we friends by word, but not by deed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Miss Jones.
I call you my friend
Hi.
because I
Hey,
socialize with
Bougie.
you
Hi.
constantly, but because we just, how you doing, Miss Jones? But because we always dealing with each other, the word friend is there, but in reality, you're just associate.
Right.
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 Right. Food
Right.
said thumbs up and takes 20 years to be somebody's friend.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see how long you gonna be around, or when things get tough, if you're gonna stick around, and how you gonna be, how supportive you are when things start going downhill for somebody.
Yep. So the third point that I have, attachments makes you accept the bare minimum. When you're attached, you will say, maybe they'll change.
Mhm.
Maybe I'm asking for too much.
Mhm.
Maybe I'm the problem.
Mhm.
No. Attachments makes you settle for crumbs because you're afraid to lose the whole plate. Somebody treating you piss poor on your job because you know you got bills, you put up with stuff. That's
Mhm.
not a healthy attachment.
Mm-mm.
You got plenty other jobs out here that somebody is gonna treat you what you worth. Granted, you might take time to find that job, but hey, they out there. Or here's a thought: start your own job, start your own business. You be your own boss. All attachments are not healthy.
That's why I retired so I could be my own boss.
Right. Hey,
Then I got to the house and find out I had a boss in the house.
Wait a minute. Yes, untested friendship is meaningless. Yeah, I use it when I say my circle ain't a circle, it's a diamond. I mean a triangle.
You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
I forgot who told it. Like they said, they talked about a tree, like a tree that's been around for decades, and how many roots it has, and it only has roots and three roots, and that most likely that's probably all the friends you'll probably have in your lifetime.
Right, because branches breaks, leaves.
No, the roots.
No.
Now,
I'm saying
people could come. Yeah, people might come as leaves and branches, and that's another thing people have to learn. So most people is not coming to stay.
right.
They're coming to pass through, and we don't let them pass through. We attach ourselves to them and hold on to them, and they're not really here to stay. They just let them go, let them pass on through.
Those are the leaves. The leaves come and they go.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is too many people trying to be you a cherry tree leaf, and you over there trying to be an oak tree leaf, and you wondering why it's not working.
What you said
is not working.
No. Say that for the people in the bushes. Food Forum said it takes no talent to hurt or kill earthlings. Take real talent to heal earthlings and bring them back to life. Earthling, how yeah, she said, Lynette said, yes, a bougie.
If you are fortunate in this life, you can honestly say you can count good friends on one hand. On one hand. And that's if you're fortunate in life. But the problem is they're not really taught what a real friend is anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Right. A real friend will challenge you. A real friend won't put up with your foolishness. A real friend gonna look you in the face and say, you're wrong. You just wrong. A real friend, when you need them, they're not gonna think about, well, this is inconvenient for me right now. If you really need me, I'm going to be there. See, these are the things was real friends. All this everybody that's like TikTok and them places, they think, oh, I have 5 million followers, so I got 5 million friends. None of those people are friends. Get sick.
What you said?
Get broke.
What you said?
Get hungry.
Or change your ways. Change how you see yourself, and watch. My Renaissance tell me all this time: if a person shows you who they are, believe
them.
Yes.
Believe them. So I'm like, you know what, Tampa, your hair is beautiful. Thank you, Miss Backyard Flow Garden. I said that all wrong. Backyard Garden Flow. I'm sorry. I said that all wrong.
You dyslexic too?
That's Tampa's sister right there.
I was reading that backwards. Miss Jones, true. That is the truth. Yeah. See, this been on my heart all day today. Like, I don't know about me finna turn 50. I don't know. It's like a light bulb that started clicking in my head. You know, and I'm like, you know what? Why am I holding on to things that don't mean me no good? People, places, things. Why am I doing this? You know?
Habit. It's a habit.
Right. Like, I'm holding on to this stuff in storage. I'm holding on to so-called people who say they care about me, and they showing me that they don't care. They showing me that they don't care about my downfall. They don't care about any of this. Why am I holding on to this? So I'm attaching myself to people that are leeches.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta let it go.
Yeah, let it go.
Now, when you say people are not showing you that they care about your downfall, now are you expecting people to respond to your downfall? Are you attached to the expectation of people?
I reworded it wrong, bougie.
Okay.
Because people, I have people that's literally around me, sitting back, waiting on me to fall.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't?
We all have that.
But they're grinning and skinning in my face as though they truly care about me and love me. You know what? It's easy to say I love you, but your actions show different.
Right.
You know, me getting up every day, going to somebody's job, like what prime example, when I had the accident with my newspaper car. That was my livelihood, throwing the newspapers. That's all I was doing, throwing the newspapers. When I had an accident and it totaled my car out, this man didn't care about whether I was all right. All he cared about was, can you rent a car so you can come to work the next day? That was the last day at that job.
Right.
It most definitely would be.
Hey, they were, look, that's basically he was just telling you, if you don't come, we can replace you and nothing flat in the first place. So you're really not that important. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, I missed some stuff. Good people in general are hard to find. What you said, Bridget? Hey, Tag, welcome in. Ooh, Mike, that's me. See appointments. Okay, what did you say?
No, I was going to say one thing about people, or let me just put it this way. One thing about humans, they can only pretend for so long.
Right.
Because what's in the heart is going to come out.
Yes,
one
it
way or
is.
another. And you just can only pray to God that when that real person come out, you're not in the fallout. So you're not in the fallout. No, people will show you who they are. Eventually, just give them time.
Hey, Growing with Hudson. Welcome in.
Well, you know, when you first meet somebody, I believe I forget the comedian. What that was wearing the fake hair?
Cat Williams. I thought that was
no.
Oh
no, the one that do the Family Feud.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah. He in his book, I had read his book, and he said 90 days. And it's true. If you meet somebody, they'll show you who they really are in 90 days. You'll see it.
Yep. That's why so many relationships fall. They don't even wait 30 days. They don't even wait 2 weeks.
Hey, Bayou.
All right, Miss Jones, you're gonna stop that now. I've been here 40 years and I didn't wait long to marry her.
Well, look, but see, you have to understand your mindset has a lot to do with it. Right. Do you understand what I'm saying? I met my husband over the telephone, literally. That's how we met. I was living in Ohio. He was living in Mississippi. We met over the telephone. And our first conversation that was only supposed to last 15 minutes lasted 3 hours. So that in itself told me a lot, but still, I had never laid eyes on this man. I only heard his voice. 2 weeks later, we actually got a chance to meet face to face. Okay. Then some months later, see, you got to take time in these things. That's the thing. Why is everybody in such a hurry? I ask my children all the time. I'd be like, where's the fire? Is there a fire somewhere I don't know about? What? Why is everything so high speed? When I deal with young people, I'll be like, where's the fire? Is there a fire that I don't know about? Tell me about it. Do I need to
buy you?
No, everything is just rushed. It's rushed in. Here's what I've learned. You can rush it.
Instant gratification.
Right. You can rush it. You can push it all you want. But if you want good results, you'll take time.
You're going to take your time.
Yep. Sylvia said, right. Why is everyone in such a rush? And Thea said, that's true, guys. We can count on one hand the people who are truly your friends. I've known people for years, thought they were friends, but turns out they really weren't. Right. I've been going through that for the last year of people that I've known years and years turn their back on me with no words or that, no explanation. Just stop talking to me, stop calling me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm the one holding on to something. Because if it was easy for you to let me go without saying anything to me, then you didn't care about me no way. So I get it. I get what you're saying, Miss Jones. She did a good job by you. Wait a minute. No patience.
You're talking about your hair, right?
Oh, yeah. I did my hair. It would have took me 2 days. It did take me 2 days. But I had a blowout and I was stranded on the side of the highway. So when I finally got home, I didn't feel like finishing the other part. I just finished the other part last night.
I know, I was watching you.
But
and you were making me, I was like, Lord, if I held my arms up that long, y'all have to come and get me.
But Miss Alice will call me and she said, Tampa, you on the side of the road. First you had a flat. Then your battery wouldn't crank up. Your car wouldn't crank up.
Come on.
And next thing I see you on live tee and giggling on the side of the road. I mean, like it was a situation I had no control over, just waiting. So why not go live and have some fun?
You're right.
I'm learning that when things are not in your control, why am I sitting on the side of the street boo-hooing and crying? I got on live. Mackenzie was sitting back there doing her homework.
Woe is me, right? Woe is me.
Yeah, like we was she took out I didn't even have to tell her to take her book out. She took her math book out, started doing her own homework. She was like, Grandma, you got a snack? I was like, yes. I opened up the glove department. She got her a snack. And we was just in the car chilling. I was like, come on now.
I had a lady, when I was in New York, I was bad with budgeting, and it took me a minute. I was trying to learn, but I was struggling. So I was going back and forth to what they call it, tenant court, landlord and tenant court.
Yeah.
So when you come in, you have to go to a certain place to sign in, right? So when I got to the lady, I said, Grand Rising, whatever, and I'm smiling. She said, why are you so happy? I said, why should I not be? I got my own self in here. It's not because of you, it's because of nobody else. So
Right.
Why should I come in like I'd suck lemons for a second job? You know, it ain't nobody else's fault that I'm in here. She said, why are you all smiling up and you in here?
And see, Tampa, you're changing. So you're starting to learn that had you got stranded on the road, went to cussing, fussing, jumping up and down, acting crazy and everything, it would not have changed that situation right now.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, and you think about all the energy you would have wasted crazy, which would not have changed it. So why not just say, oh, well, let me find something else to do till it changed. Right. Guess what? You're calmer. Your blood pressure is better.
What's up, girl, Dad?
Imagine if you would have had a customer in there, a customer in the car and it happened.
Yeah.
Well, I was actually on the phone talking to Miss Alice heading to go get in the food stamp line and hit a pothole. Well, it wouldn't have been no problem. Two things would have been in my favor. One, the side that I was on was, you know what, the fast lane at on the expressway and the wall. That was one mistake. I was on that side when I hit the pothole.
It was on the left-hand side.
Yeah, so the tire that needed to be changed was on my passenger side front. So out on the outside where all the cars was coming. That was the first mistake. Second mistake, I didn't have a spare. If I had a spare, Miss T would have never had to come and get me because Tampa know how to change her own tie. I don't play them type of games. But Miss T came and got me. Well, I had to call the state trooper to come and block the traffic for them to get over so I could. Well, the little jack thing that I had, it took me, I thought I was bigger than what I am, but I'm not bigger than what I am. Because my uncle told me when the lug is too tight, stand on it and pull it, you know, with your hand, stand on. But with the lug that I had, you can't pull it. You just, you know, I had to do what I had to do. So I asked Miss T to ask the police officer if he had a 4-way lug wrench. He did. Glad she didn't record me because Tampa stood on it, pushed it, and baby, I went back tumbling. I thought I was doing a somersault. I'd have hit the ground. I said, I know he got that on his camera. And then we went and got that. On the way back, the guy, I was trying to get Miss T was on the opposite side of the expressway. So I climbed across the wall with the tire to put it on their side because the traffic was backed up. Anyway, to make the long story short, I couldn't lift the tire up. It was, my arms had got so weak with doing all that in the beginning that I had no strength. So it was out of the whole ordeal. Nobody stopped to help me. Nobody. I said, Miss T, I got blonde hair. I guess
that blonde hair wasn't working that day.
Blonde hair wasn't working. Like, what's really going on? But this guy stopped and he actually put the tire on for me. And he said, come on this side. Come on this side. He didn't even want me outside by the traffic, right? Anywho, he was sitting in his car and didn't know my battery had drained out from me leaving the flashers on. But that wasn't what was causing the battery. So he watched me get Mackenzie across the wall so she could get in the car, and then he drove off. I didn't realize I had to have a jump. I would have asked him to boost us off, but Miss T had already left when I decided to crank the car up. But I'm just sitting there like, well, I got to wait on the sheriff and the police to come again, so what can I do? Go live. Just go live. So sometimes holding on to stuff is all of that hollering, screaming, blood pressure probably would have went up, and I'm on the side of the road, got Mackenzie in the car with me. I don't need to pass out nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So holding on to stupidity, because you could be attached to stupidity, silliness, craziness. I would have been doing hooping and hollering and screaming for what? Car still needed to jump. Like it's sometimes we cause more harm to ourselves than necessary.
Yes.
we lean more on our emotions than our intellect.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're our worst enemy.
Yeah, we react when we should be thinking.
What they call it, emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Mike, I charged it as soon as I brought home. It's on full charge now. So you brought up the next point. Attachment can turn into emotional addiction.
Exactly.
This is where it gets deep. Some people are addicted to love. They're addicted to the emotional highs and lows. The texting, the ghosting, the chasing, the apologies. That cycle becomes an emotional drug. You give me a task to do at work. You know I'm going to do my job because I need my job. You know I'm good at my job. But you're not going to give me a raise. You're not going to give me the recognition that I need. Why am I attached? Why am I putting myself through this?
You know, most of the times when we do that, it's because we don't probably want to go through the looking for a job, going through the interview all over again. So we rather just sit here and take your crap, and that's why. It might be a reason.
But let me say this. There are times when
Dave,
your very survival depends on you working. But here's the thing. You can take the crap better when you know you are just a stepping stone to get me where I want to go. So I will deal with you until my new season comes and I can move away from you. So what you do is you accept, not so much accept it, you put a level of toleration and thick skin on, say, you just a stepping stone. See, because I know I'm not going to be here, and and then you move on. And then what I've learned about some employers, they think they have you on the barrel, but when they find out you have a problem with walking, they'll straighten up.
Yeah, most of them do that because they feel that they have something over on you, and that you need this job, so.
But you know what?
I can talk to you this way.
My parents taught me one thing. No matter where you work, you make yourself so valuable to when you talk about leaving, they get upset.
I agree.
You understand what I'm saying? You make yourself, because you know your worth, so make yourself valuable. Do the best job you can. Forget about what everybody else is not doing. You do whatever you're supposed to do. My daughter had a job. She didn't even have the qualifications, but she made herself so valuable to when they were talking about, well, they came up with a new law that says that because you don't have this education level, we're going to have to let you go. She had become so valuable, honey, they figured a way out around it just to keep her there. So make yourself valuable on your job so that gives you some control. That puts some control back in your life.
Can I talk about the opposite side to that?
That
you also have where, from my experience working at Amazon, they don't tell you have to work at a certain speed, and then they expect you to work at that speed, but never showed you how to work at that speed. So once in a while they'll come around and they'll try to come and talk about, we just coming to see if you need any kind of help. In my mind, I'm like, if you don't get from over here. And anyway, what they do though, as you sit there and you figure out the job and how to do it, and you get good at it, now they be like, can you go over there? Can you go over there? Can you go? No, I'm not scratching my butt over here. No. Find the people who like to run around in this warehouse and send them, I'm working over here. I'm not doing nothing over here. So they will do that to you. Like how you said, you get good at your job, but now they want to abuse you because you're good at it. You know how to run, you know how to get the numbers that we need. So go over there so we can get these numbers. Go move them boxes over there. Nope, I'm not going to move nothing for y'all.
If I got a quota, I'm going to do my quota.
Right. Because G Hud says everybody and anybody can be replaced.
Every single time. Every single time.
And my thing when they came around was like, you didn't show me how to do this, so don't expect me to do it. You never showed me how to do it. So if I'm not doing the number, or if I slow down, so be it. Because you never showed me, and you probably don't know how to show me to do the numbers that you expect me to do.
Right.
So I understand. When I first worked, the first job I got in the school system, they hired me as a lab tech. Fine, no problem. They literally put me in the classroom, y'all, with 18 computers, 18 tables that were still in the boxes. They had never gotten unpacked. I sat in there for 3 months. I kept saying, well, when are they coming? What am I supposed to be doing? I didn't know. I was like, the heck with this. I got bored one day. I was like, see, I'm not a person. I cannot go to work and do nothing. You want to see me go crazy? That drives me crazy. I can't. Right. I got in there, and my husband was working in there too. We got in there, and we put the whole lab together. 2 weeks later, here come the technician talking about we gonna put the lab together. The lab already together, y'all. and then when they sent students, they said, well, you should be doing that. Well, guess what? I was already doing it. What are y'all talking about? Y'all, bye. Let me do my job. I didn't wait for y'all. I needed to do that. But I stayed in that job until they moved me to 5 different labs. I would get them started, stay there a couple of years, they moved me. The last year I stayed in the school system, guess what? They ran out of labs. There were no more computer labs. So you know what I did for one entire school year before I said I'm done? They ran copies. My job was to run copies. And the teachers, I kid you not, I had a big copier machine and I ran. So the teachers were used to getting their copies. If they put their order in on Monday, they didn't get the stuff back till Thursday. Let me tell you something. Them women would send all that stuff in there on Monday morning at 8 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, I'm done for the week. I ain't got nothing else to do. Mm-hmm. I put up with that for 1 year only because my son, who had autism, I wanted to be close to him. I said, even though he here, I can't stand it. I got to get out of here. So the next year they said, well, we're going to need you to come back. I was like, I'm not coming back because I'm not going to run copies for a whole year. At 10 o'clock, I'm done. The rest of the day, I'm walking around looking crazy. Who's doing that? That's not me. I have a job. I like a job. So that's why I left. So sometimes you just got to make a move. And then I ended up getting hired at the circuit clerk's office. She was a maniac. She fired me because I spoke to the other people in the building.
All right.
I remember when
I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah, I believe you because when I was at Whole Foods, it was like a group of us, and we were like real friendly with each other. That group that all got hired at that time, and they at one time they tried to tell us not to talk to each other. And I'm like, you will never tell me I cannot speak to my coworker. Who does that? Where they do that?
Thank you.
Gila said, I'll do it.
My last job, I was told you're going to work for mental health. I didn't have a problem with that. But one thing I did have a problem with, because people act like they were back in the 60s. That's enough about that. They act like they was in the 60s.
Yeah,
so
I heard.
I said, what do you want me to do? I'm getting ready to go work with mental health inmates and all the psychologists and stuff. I said, the major? He said, Johnson, you go there. I said, what do you want me to do? And he cut on to what I was saying. Mm-hmm. I said, what you want me to do in mental health? And finally he cut on. He said, no. Just go do the job. He said, go do the job. I said, I ain't got a problem then. Because once he started telling me something that I didn't agree with, I said, no, I go back to third shift.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to start a job and do what you want me to do. I'm going to do my job that I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah,
so we're gonna take a short break, and I'm gonna wish everybody that's born in the month of February.
Oh, today is my husband's birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
It's your day, king. It's your day, queen. Light that candle, let your soul gleam. Hands up high, make the world know your name. We celebrating you, no shame in the flame. Yeah, you made it. Another lap round the sun. Storms came hard, but you never did run. Held your ground with that fire in your chest. Now we toast to your life, cause you not like the rest. You the backbone, the truth, the fight. You shine like a porch light in the middle of night. From the creek to the stars, we lift you today. Put your crown on right, let the music play. Happy birthday! Stand tall, don't fold. You a story still writing in letters of gold. From the dirt to the sky, you rise each way. So we sing it loud. Happy birthday. Celebrate, elevate, live it your way. Tampa Creek, love every step of the way. You're the spark, the wave, the heat, the flame. Own it now, go on, rep your name. One shot, one cake, one flame lit. One king, one queen, too real to quit. Another year wiser, stronger, bold. You're a legend, baby, pure solid gold. It's your day, king, it's your day, queen. Let it shine bright, live that dream. From Tampa Creek with that soul and sway. Happy birthday, go on and slay.
Happy birthday, February,
Happy
baby.
birthday.
So G Hud said, in her 50 years, I've learned life isn't about just working. I want to do what I want with my time, but bills, baby, my goal is to be debt free and traveling the world for a while. I want to do what I want to do. I want to be a free spirit. So let's go on to the next point. What is detachment? What does it mean to detach from something? Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. Detachment means I love you, but I won't lose myself. Detachment is the ability to care without collapsing. So what does detachment mean to you guys?
And detachment also means I still love you, but we're just not traveling in the same path.
What you said, you can't walk in my shoes, boo-boo. You got to go your own path.
We have different paths. Doesn't mean we still can't speak or, no, we're just traveling in two different directions. That's all it means.
Hey, Robert.
Associates and family.
Right.
Yeah, friends and family.
Yeah, people, places, and things. To me, it's no emotional or mental attachment. Your thing is your thing. It has nothing to do with me. Doesn't mean that I don't care, but I don't have to involve myself. Mm-hmm. Like I can hear something or hear you talk about doing something and don't have to involve myself. I can encourage you and stuff like that, but don't get emotionally attached to think that I need to involve myself in what you're doing. But I could be supportive of what you're doing, and also like I like to joke around with the gardening. It's also seeing that even though you see people doing certain things in the garden, I know I don't have to do it.
Right.
I don't have to. You can get attached to things where you're a part of the community and you hear people doing this or doing that, and it's okay to, like they said, it's your garden.
Right. Right.
Do what you want to do, and don't think that if you're not doing all of these things everybody else is doing, that you're not doing anything.
Hey, Storms, and at the end of the day, Booze, you got to eat your food. Ain't nobody else eating your food but you.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, that's what I tell people about prepping. Y'all hear all these people talking about get all of this stuff. Make them people ain't gonna be with you. Make sure y'all can pick up some of that stuff they're talking about getting and move that stuff around. Them power banks, they talk, them thing is heavy.
Yes.
Right.
Make sure y'all could work those things they talking about, have this and get that. And them people ain't gonna be nowhere around to help you move that stuff around or do that stuff they talking about.
The ones I have, I can pick up without straining myself.
Right.
You're 110 pounds, but you got over 700 pounds to deal with.
Right. So Nikki said detachment means I'll be okay without you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Detachment is emotional power. Detachment is when you can say, people, place, or thing, I want you, but I don't need you. I care about you, but I choose my peace.
Mm-hmm.
If you leave, I will survive.
So now to me,
I'll help you pack.
What you say, and if it doesn't work, I won't break. That's strength, that's healing, and that's growth.
Yeah. And the way you said it, the first few things you said to me brought about when you've gotten yourself involved in a toxic friendship, relationship, whatever ship you're sailing on. Whatever ship you're sailing on is toxic, get off the ship.
Right. If that job is more stress for you and you get up in the morning, you be like, oh Lord, that's an attachment that you need to let go. If that car is keep on putting and you spending more money than what it's worth, it's time to get you a new one.
Yeah, get a bicycle.
If the neighborhood or the city and you catching hell hitting pothole after pothole.
Oh yeah, that's another attachment to where you live at.
Wow.
Like you could. I grew up in New York when I left. I left when I was probably 40. So you talking about over 40 years of living in one place. People are scared to go out and say, I've been here all my life. Like they're attached to where they are.
But we have something in common because I lived my whole life in Youngstown, Ohio, and at the age of 40, when I married my husband, the only person I knew in the state of Mississippi was my husband. That's it. I didn't know anybody.
The same thing.
I left everything to my daughter because she had got married and stuff like that. And the only thing I brought was my luggage and them two boys. But you know what? If I had to do all over again, I'd do it the same way because I do not regret where I am now. I'm happy. I'm content. I mean, and no matter where you live, you're going to have difficulties at some particular time. It doesn't matter where you live. It's just you have to decide to what degree difficulties you can handle.
Mm-hmm.
It might be cost of living. Well, if you can't handle that cost of living, move someplace else where the cost of living is cheaper. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice, and it's okay. And it's okay.
True. I think Bougie said it was her son's birthday. It's not your birthday, is it, Boo?
No, of course not. I'm a Leo. No way.
It's also my sister's birthday, and I've been putting up with my sister and my husband ganging up on me just because I was not born in February.
Well, I got 3 birthdays in February, but Mackenzie's birthday is the 21st. My daughter that's in Memphis the 22nd, and my daughter here is the 24th. Yeah. So detachment helps you.
I feel sorry for y'all.
Detachment helps you see people clearly. When you detach, you stop looking at potential. You stop looking at what they could be or what this is people, place, and things, just not persons. These statements apply to whatever you need to detach from.
And you stop pretending like the elephant in the room is not there.
Right. You start seeing what they are, and that changes everything. My situation.
Yeah, it does.
I'm going to use me, and I'm not using nobody else because I like using me. therapy is working. I can talk about these things and not get mad or break down and cry. So, like everybody know, I got the 2 storages. Everybody know that I stay at my daughter's house. Let me word it right. Every situation that I put myself in is nobody's fault but mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I keep holding on to things, places, and people because of fear of the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if I do this? Then I go back into fear, and then I go back into that box. So if my stuff is sitting in storage and the mics are having a field day, why not sell what I can sell, get rid of what I can get rid of? And what's very important to me, put it in a smaller unit.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then think about the fact that what you sold and that money can go towards your bigger dream.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So detaching from people, places, and things, it's not always a bad thing. Sometimes you got to lose to win.
The game. Mm-hmm.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I done lost so much, so many years. I done lost so much furniture, so many houses, so many cars, so many relationships. Never got fired from a job but once. And that was here. But it didn't break me.
Mm-hmm.
It's shaping me to be a better version of me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at the end of the day, I'm not taking no house, no person. I ain't taking bougie jigs, my Mackenzie.
No, you can't take me.
The clothes that's in the storage, the books. I'm not taking none of that with me when I leave this earth.
Mm-hmm.
No, exactly.
So why am I holding on to it?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can wake up tonight, in the morning or in the next 5 minutes, and something drastic can happen.
Exactly.
Oh. I was about to say, if you wake up and you wasn't here, Tampa, you didn't wake up.
I can't stand you, G.
And another thing, Tampa, fear is not always bad. Fear also saves you.
Like Sylvia said, fear is an immobilizer. I
Right.
listened to this lady the other day, and I love listening to her. Her name is Stephanie Perry. And I know y'all hear me talk about her all the time. She travels abroad. She left the U.S., and she tries to get other people to leave the U.S. because she said this ain't our home. But hey, I was born here, so that's all I know. Just because that's all I know, that don't mean ain't nothing out there better.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean you don't want to see it. But right now, it's not in your ability or to travel that path. So it's easy for anybody to say, pick up and go. It's easy for anybody to say that. But the actual mechanics and all the little pieces that it takes to do that, that's a whole different ballgame.
Mm-hmm.
We would all love to have so much money that we could just say, oh, let me go on and jump on this plane first class and fly to wherever. But how many people can just do that?
Right. So, but what I was finna say is, talking about fear, she says, take the fear with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Turn the fear into action.
Right. Take the fear with you. Hey, the Nichols. Hey, Miss J.K. Garden. Take the fear with you. Right. How would you know if you're a fear of something if you don't do it? I told my cousin, because she keep telling me, girl, you're about to be 50. We need to jump out of plane for your 50th. I said, I want to see 51. I ain't jumping out nobody's plane.
Just this is just me. Well, I never saw the logic in jumping out of a perfectly good airplane in the first place. Ain't nothing wrong with the plane.
When you're young, dumb, and full of, you do things like that.
Let me tell you something. I was always terrified of flying, but I never knew why. I never knew why. So I said, let me go ahead. But my mother got sick and I had to fly to Ohio. I had to get there fast. So I didn't have a choice. I got on the plane. Now I know why I hate flying. And now I've flown twice and I still hate it. And if I don't ever have to get on another airplane again, I'll be all right. But at least now that I've done it, I know why. In other words, don't say you're terrified until you at least do it. I think you should do some things at least once, except jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. We'll leave that one alone.
Let me tell you something right now, Miss Jones. True. Tampa might be a fool, but I ain't up.
I wanted to do that for my my birthday one time also, but then when I heard you can go to one of the places and float like
that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let me go float then. I'll go float.
That's it.
Yeah, it's something similar like you dive. It's an air chamber or something, and it's like you
see, I have this aversion to seeing myself leaving the ground.
I have my version of me leaving the airplane and the seat don't open. I ain't taking that chance.
And look, I was on the plane. The attendant says, "Ma'am, don't worry about the turbulence. You know, it's like driving over a bumpy road and everything." No, I said, "Yeah, but the thing is, if I blow a tire on the bumpy road, I can stop and get out. If something happened on this plane, hey, what?
Close to the door and that inflatable seat." So Ms. J.K. Gardner said, "Hey, folks, if a job is bad, letting it go can be your benefit. Believe that when one door closes, another door opens. Attachments to a bad job can be harmful to your health." And that is true, Ms. J.K. Gardner. That is that's very true.
How many people have stayed in these stressful jobs and then said they retire, and then after they retire, they check out months after their retirement?
When it comes to fear, I never had fear until I got married. I never had fear until I had children. That's when my fear actually set in. I had bullets flying over my head. I almost got my head chopped off. I almost went off a cliff. Never feared any of that until I got a wife and kids. That's when fear finally set in.
Because when everybody depends on you,
right,
that's when you feel the pressure.
Right. So Sylvia said, don't let the fear freeze you. You can't move being frozen. Movement will lessen fear. And Tag said exactly, Miss Jones. True. Why jump out of what you said, girl? I'm not doing. And my cousin keep on saying, "Well, when I get 50, I'm jumping out that plane." I said, "Well,
because I was young and dumb, Tag. I was young and dumb."
Was that part of your military training?
Those, if you hear me say I was young and dumb, it has to do with the military.
Tag said that was the weight of responsibility, baby. That is true, Miss J.K. Gardner. I felt so good leaving a toxic job that I thought would be the end of me. Was the best thing ever happened to me. Right.
Exactly.
When you are 30,000 feet in the air, like we used to say when I was at McDonnell's Douglas Aircraft in Long Beach, if something happens, you cannot tell the pilot to pull over.
I want to thank you for that one.
What you said. So, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and share the live. The difference between love and attachment. Love says, I choose you, but I respect myself. Attachment says, I lose myself just to keep you. Love is free. Attachment is control.
Attachment, the devil is a liar. I'm not going to lose myself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, when I look in the mirror, I may not be the gorgeous person that I would like to be, but I'm happy with who I see in the mirror. When I go to sleep at night, I can go to sleep in peace. When I go to bed at night, I know I've done my best that day and given of myself that day to those who deserve me to give. then I'm at peace. So I'm good.
That love can be the same, that can make people, because that love is a tricky thing.
What
People
you said
can have a detachment to that too, because when I was out in the dating world, you would have men just use that word just to think that they could get you, because they use the L word. So you got to be careful. That L word could be the same thing as the detachment.
Yeah, right. So how to practice detachment in real life? Step 1. Stop chasing closure. Sometimes closure is accepting they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Step 2. Stop begging. Stop begging for love. Stop begging for a promotion.
Stop begging for anything.
Stop begging. The right love won't require you to beg.
Okay, can we stop right there for a second? If we break that down a little bit, stop begging for love. Begging for love can mean, unfortunately, your self-esteem, you have attached yourself so much, you think it's okay for
rock 'em, sock 'em.
Right.
That can mean it's okay that I'm breaking my back and giving everything, and I'm accepting nothing from you.
With that reciprocation.
That's the messed up part. So you can take each of those and break them into finer areas, but you got to be able to look at, well, how am I loving? You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Boobs, love is very tricky. Now, if you're not taught exactly what it is, you're going to fall for it. You're going to fall for a lot of stuff. And I'm sorry, the Bible gives a base. It's patient, it's kind, but nowhere in it does it say I'm a punching bag, I'm a rug you can step over. Nowhere in it doesn't say that.
And then remember, and add to verbal abuse. You don't get to be verbally abusing me either.
Right. That's true too.
If I don't call you out your name, you will not call me out my name, and I accept it.
And it's not even to call me out the name. There's some people in relationships, they can't even have a civil conversation. It's you just come and ask us something simple, and it's an argument.
Yep.
That, or every time you call me, Itch, what you doing?
Hold up.
I'm like, first of all, don't call me no female dog. My name is Pain. Why every time you talking to me, you don't call me my name, you calling me everything else? But then I turn around and say to you, you ready to fight?
Yeah, right there. That's toxic right there.
Thank you.
And that's verbal abuse, because if you're saying it every time, that's verbal abuse.
And this is men and women. They do
it's on both sides. It's on both sides.
And where did they? Yeah, I was just getting ready to say, where did this? I don't understand why this is acceptable, because you are literally saying it's okay for you to make me feel like I'm not worth anything, and that's basically what that is.
Right.
You know what some of it is too. We don't know what type of people we deal
with
out here.
Right.
A lot of people is dealing with narcissistic people and don't even know it.
I think I've been married too long.
But
I let mine call me out my name. She don't call me by my name. She said, "Hey, baby."
Anyway,
I let her.
You know what? Do you know what another attachment is? You holding on to your children, parents, your siblings, because they life messed up. They bring up everything that they think you did wrong to them instead of pointing the finger at them.
Here's the problem. Here's how I deal with mine. I tell them, make sure whatever decision you make, that you are willing to accept the consequences of the decision you make, whether it's right or wrong. I am not in that. I will not make that decision, but you're the one that have to accept those consequences. You're not going to come over me and say, well, you shoulda, coulda, woulda. No, baby, I did the best I could. Nobody comes with instructions.
Right, exactly.
Exactly. Right. And I get that all the time. And I get, you need to go to therapy. You ain't right. You need to take responsibility. I said, let me tell you something.
That sounds like anarchy to me.
Thank you. I'm taking responsibility for my life. What are you doing for yours? Because shoulda, coulda, woulda, it's in the past.
The gaslighting, and a lot of people don't know about gaslighting. The gaslighting is crazy. That was straight gaslighting right there.
Right.
That is straight out of the narcissistic handbook.
If I can make you think you're guilty, I'm good.
Yeah.
Right.
I got you right where I want you.
So I tell people, y'all don't come to me. Don't come to me with that BS, because you grown. First of all, the day you turn 18, you're responsible for your own life. What decisions you make after that, that's your fault.
That's it.
Got nothing to do with me.
That's it. When I was age,
if you come to me, I'm gonna say, well, why did you make that decision?
Right. What you said. Tag said there are always people trying to attach themselves to other people. The question that one should always ask is why?
Why?
Why? Say that, Jones. Truth. The devil is a lie. Not losing myself, not begging, none of that. What you said, Theo, what you said. Dave said, I ain't never begging for nothing, for anything.
That's it.
Yeah. Miss Jackie is laughing. She said, if someone is comfortable calling out of their name, the real question is why are people comfortable accepting it? Right,
Let the church say amen.
And then when you call me what?
Because when she said baby, she said with that right tone.
Yeah.
You call me what your ugly ass doing? First of all, who you calling ugly? And why would you feel comfortable calling me saying that?
And look, if I'm in a relationship with you and you call me ugly, I say, so why you got this ugly woman on the side, on your side?
What you said?
So evidently I ain't too ugly if you got me.
So y'all know.
If I'm ugly, then you must be fugly.
What you say?
Bougie, you going back there, ain't you? You going back there.
Tampa, only if you as a parent prepare them to be an adult at 18. Yeah, and after 18, baby, bye. Bye. Whatever you say. Bridget said they would have heard click what you said. Like I'm detaching myself from a lot of stuff now. Because over the past couple of weeks, months, I've been like, what in the heck is you doing, girl? You about to be 50. You're not going backwards. Yesterday I was 18. But you about to be 50.
It went fast, didn't it, Tampa?
I'm like, you're not going backwards. And you holding on to people who can easily cut you off without a drop of a dime. Like, what are you doing? You holding on to this job that's tearing up your knee and your car. What are you doing? The rats is eating up your belongings. Why are you paying $600-$700 for this? Getting rid of the stuff, Sam. What are you doing? Attaching myself to people, places, and things. No more. Everybody I met on YouTube, the ones that I met in person, I am truly grateful that God has allowed me to meet certain people. Some of them showed their true colors. And Tampa ain't mad about walking away. Because at the end of the day, the show must go on. I do Monday through Friday. I do the food stamp line. I do it all, girl. I do it all. But
I love you. I wish you the best, but
yeah,
I'm out.
What you said. So step 3, stop trying to fix broken people. Hurt people hurt people. Man.
Yes.
When you
fix the rupper.
What you said, when you can support them, but you can't heal them. Stop trying to fix folks. They broken. Let them be broke. You want to be broke with them?
That's it.
You can't keep on saving you know that old saying, Captain Saver. You know, you can't keep saving.
She don't want to be saved. Don't save her.
This is how you. Yeah. This is how I look at it. I look at it that and this is just my assessment. I believe that sometimes we try to help some people so much. Sometimes we get in the way of what God wants to do in their life.
Right.
And until we step back and let God handle it, they're never going to get better, because sometimes we can be the problem because we become enablers. We become supporters of their mess. Sometimes you got to step back and let whatever happens in their life happen.
Right. What you said, you can't say everybody. Everybody ain't. First of all, you getting in the way of somebody's situation. First of all, if this woman comes going back to this man that's beating her butt and you go over there and try to help, you might be unalive. And she's still living.
And then again, she might turn on you and say, "Man, your own business too."
Thank you. Yeah, get out the. First of all, I ain't trying to say you stupid and dumb enough to keep going back to this man beating your tail, black in your eye, hitting you with a cabinet door every day. It's about, I just ran into the cabinet. No, you didn't. I get it. Some people can't get out. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just terrified to get out. But if you got an ounce of strength in your body to get out, why you keep going back?
Look,
you attach. It's called
Phil. What's how you say that word? Phil, when you're familiar?
Yeah.
Let's go back to the Saver.
Captain Saber, bro. That was Nikki
Captain
said.
Saber, bro.
Yeah, no. This was.
I'm
just saying.
Captain Saber, bro.
well, if you look at it, I did save the brother. I did save him because I threatened him and told him that I will do something to him if he go home and beat up his wife. Every week, his wife was coming up to I was in the Army. His wife would come up every week. My husband did this. My husband did that. Mom. I had a serious talk with him and told him that me personally, will break him down if your wife come up here again, harmed and got bruises on her.
Yeah, well, like I got one thing. You hit me, you cut me, or you shoot at me, you don't have to worry about me.
What you said that part.
after we fight.
Nikki said, get out the way of another person's lesson and healing. I'm gonna tell you something. And you can say what you want to say. But sometimes you meddling in somebody else's lesson becomes your lesson.
Well, believe it or not, even though I threatened him, it worked out and everything. I just learned from it. I never had that situation, but I learned from it.
Yeah.
And
you saw what you didn't want to be.
I even taught other soldiers on their situation due to stress that you do take it out on your mate unintentionally, and sometimes you do it intentionally.
Because a lot of times that's where you came from.
Right.
Hey.
So
somebody got to break that chain somewhere.
So Tag said the world says that an 18-year-old is an adult and knows everything. Being one day older doesn't equate to suddenly having decades of wisdom magically downloaded into our brains. We need continuing guidance. Yes.
See, you can't go by the world because, according to the world, if you're 18, you're an adult. If you're 18, you can go to the military and get shot at, beat up, or murdered, or whatever. But you still can't get a drink at 21. I figure if I done been to the military, I'm gonna need a drink.
First of all, when you When you turn 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, you still a teen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Teen. You still are a teen.
Well, the
when
thing
you
to it is,
become 20, you are on the road to become an adult at 21.
And I don't even call like people in their 20s. I call them young adults.
I left home at 18.
Young and dumb.
You what?
We were young and dumb. I know I was.
I left home at 18.
Well, I don't think that we were dumb. We just knew what we knew at that time. It wasn't that we were dumb. We just knew what we knew. And if you didn't have nobody to tell you any better, so you just went on what you knew.
Thought you knew it
like
all.
when I talk about, or when people ask me, why did I get a divorce? I said, because at the time, what I went by, what only thing I knew that I thought was the best thing for me to do was to get a divorce. But afterward, I got in the books and I learned and I talked to other men, and now I understand men and stuff like that. But at the time, I didn't have those tools to work with. So I did what I thought was the thing for me to do, was to get a divorce. Do I regret it? No, because actually it helped me, and I am a different woman today, because of that. But wherever we was when we were younger, I didn't have nobody to teach me anything. Nobody really didn't sat down and teach me anything. So I was living the hard knocks, learning as I go.
But Bougie, there's always extenuating. There's always different situations for everybody and how they came up and what they were exposed to. I had fairly strict parents. My first date was my senior prom. I kid you not. My first date was my senior prom. And but another thing that's kind of sort of helped you, and that's not what they're doing a lot of today, is socializing and communicating with other people. They're looking at the phones and you being able to talk and look other people in the face taught you a different way, and in some ways a better way. We were able to do that. We would visit each other and see, you know what I'm saying? We saw things, we said, hey, that might work with me. And then we saw stuff, I'm not doing that. We were exposed to those things. But society has become so isolated. That's a good word. Isolated. On my own little private island and on my own little private world. You don't, the learning, I don't want to use the term common sense, but the ability to think outside the box and in terms of people and personalities, that's not as readily learned by being isolated as it would be if we communicated with people. If you went and visited people, if you hung out with people, it's a difference.
Yeah, Sylvia, I said, you learn people skills. These babies don't have that.
Right.
Exactly.
So the next point is step 4, get comfortable with being alone. Loneliness is better than losing yourself.
Who? What you said?
So right now they're talking about after the big C.
Yeah.
Before the big C, we all commune and everything. Now it's best to stay to yourself.
Well, I never, even though that shenanigans was going on, we never stopped going out. We never stopped. We didn't allow that situation to tell us how to dictate how we communicated. As long as if you wasn't scared of, we wasn't scared of what was going on. So if you wasn't scared, we still gave hugs and all of that stuff like that. So we didn't allow that. We was out there going to stores and going, where everybody at? So like we a little off like that, but that didn't bother us.
I don't think what I'm talking about this is, how people always got to be around people. You always got to attach yourself to things. You got to always attach yourself to this.
You need to have some kind of noise going on.
Yeah. So
like people who can't go to sleep without the television on.
Right. So you attached to things. So this is saying get comfortable with doing things by yourselves or sitting time to take and being able to enjoy your own company.
Like going to the movies by yourself. I did that one time when I heard about that. I was like, wow, go to the movies by yourself. Let me try that out. It's not that bad. You will be amazed at other people that's there by themselves.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Right, going to dinner by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Going to the park. I go to the park and sit by myself. I'd be like, oh my God, this is so peaceful. Like you ain't.
But we're so used to being something coming at us. We're used to all of the information. How much commercials they push on us, and we always got something going. So some people are scared to even sit by themselves and hear their own thoughts.
But you know what? I told the young lady one time, I said, and she was talking about, see, this is what happened. So her thing was all men are dogs. All men are this. And I'm sitting there going, well, number one, I didn't marry a dog. He's not a dog. All men aren't dogs.
Yes.
You must be hanging out in the wrong kennels.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, I said, your biggest problem is you are so terrified to get to know who you are and be by yourself to find out who you are, that you're willing to put up with anything just to say, I got a man.
I got a man.
And that's why I'm single today.
And it does not work until you learn how to be okay with you being by yourself. Said you can't even hear your own self have a decent thought because you always got this
something going on.
Right.
Take time to find out who you are. Find out what you like. Like you said, go to a movie by yourself. Go to dinner by yourself. Do stuff so you can find out, hey, I'm a lot better or stronger than what I am. There's a difference between being alone and lonely. There's a big difference.
Yeah, there's a big.
Just because you are alone, bougie,
doesn't mean you're lonely. Yes, right.
So we need to discern that difference. And when you discern that difference, then you can start saying, hey, you know what? I'm not that bad. Then you're going to be mad at yourself and look back and say, why was I so dumb?
To elaborate on that point where you say, when a person says somebody is all men are dogs, but when I was out there on the dating apps, I noticed it was on both sides. You had the women saying all men is this, and you had the men going all women is this. Everybody is just complaining. But what I noticed, if you ask them, what are you looking for? If it was in front of them, they wouldn't even recognize.
You wouldn't even know it.
Right.
You so busy.
And most of them just want to complain and don't even have an answer to what they're complaining about. So they really not looking for nobody. They just want to complain and be validated by their complaint so they can say there's nobody out here.
Right.
Yep. Right. I knew a girl. She said all men are dogs. I said, why would you say that? She was like, I said, well, where are you meeting these guys? Why meet them at the bars? Maybe you need to change the venue or something. Maybe where you going, you keep going to the same spot. You're meeting the same type. Change. Do something different. I said you are the definition of insanity. Insanity is doing the exact same thing every day and expecting a different result.
And if you really know what kind of people come to the bar, you're not. I mean, I haven't heard nobody yet that said they met their wife or their husband at the bar. So that.
Yep. Yeah. So we got one more step, and then step 5: choose peace over proving yourself. If you have to convince someone to value you, that's your answer.
You're going to have to convincing them. If you have to convince somebody of something, you're going to have to keep continuing.
24/7.
Right. Nikki, thank you for dropping everybody's link. I appreciate you.
And if you want to teach, how do you teach a person how to treat you? By how you react to what they're doing to you.
Right.
You will not call me the B word. I'm
Right.
teaching you that that's not what we're going to do.
Right.
You will not get it every time we go someplace. You act a fool. You will not do that with me. I'm
Right.
teaching you that if you
Right.
want to be a
Exactly.
fool, you got to do that by yourself because I'm not going.
Right.
So you have to teach people by how you react.
Nick Thea say I'm social, but I have no problem being by myself. Most of the time, I actually prefer it, and that's what I'm learning. I've always had people around me, and I've always been afraid to be alone. So I'm working on that. You know,
Right.
being attached to having somebody in the house, having somebody around me. Okay, bougie. They looking for sponsors, and
It's being silly.
Happy Max said, I'm not begging anyone for validation.
All right, that's it,
And
Mac.
CBR said, my piece is priceless. Don't challenge my piece. You won't like me. What you said. So it says, attachment says, I can't live without you. Detachment says, I'll be okay either way. And that mindset will save you from emotional destruction because the goal isn't to stop loving people. The goal is to stop bleeding for people who won't even bandage you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the last part of it. Guys, if you enjoyed this topic tonight, put some hearts in the chat. Tag said, I love people, but I've always been a loner. Yeah, that's my heart right here. I finally learned how to make one, bougie. So I learned to let go. I used to hold on to like my life depended. Like losing you meant I was ending. I confused love with sacrifice and called my suffering being loyal, when really I was just afraid of silence. I stayed too long. I forgave too much. I begged for what should have been given freely and smiled through pain because I thought love was supposed to hurt. But attachment is a dangerous thing. It makes you worship what's breaking you. It makes you chase what's running from you. It makes you shrink your soul just to fit inside someone else's comfort. And I did. I lost pieces of myself trying to prove I was worth staying for. I ignored red flags because I was addicted to hope. And I held on to potential like it was a promise. But one day I woke up. Not angry, not bitter, just tired. Tired of pouring into cups that were never meant to hold me. Tired of loving people who only loved me when it was convenient. So I learned detachment. Not because I stopped caring, but because I started caring about me. I learned that peace is worth more than attention. I learned that love doesn't require me to lose myself. And I learned that real strength is walking away without needing an apology. Because detachment is powerful. It is saying, I love you, but I love me too. I want it, but I won't beg for it. I tried, but I won't destroy myself to stay. And if you leave, I won't fall apart. Because I finally understand attachment says I can't live without you, but detachment says I will survive without anyone who forgets my value. And that is freedom. I hope you enjoyed tonight's topic. I want to thank everybody that came up on the panel to give your thoughts. Hey, LGG, what's up, Queen Alchemy? Back away from the foolishness, Sylvia said. Yeah, I'm learning to detach myself from people, places, and things.
The best thing you could ever do.
All right. Because at the end of the day, ain't no I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Because when my life is at its life expansion, I'm great. I'm good. I can't get it back.
You know what? I see. I've seen a change in you. I've been watching you for a while now, and I think when you first started, you were a little more agitated. You were a little more hyper, and because you were
hyper.
Because you reacted to a lot. Now there's a more calmer, more peaceful Tampa that I see, who seems to like herself better. Not beating up herself like she did for a while there. Tampa is really starting to like Tampa, and I love to see that about you, girl. I'm proud of you.
Girl, that's that purpose.
Ms. Jones, I want you to know.
Look, there's nothing wrong with therapy. I've done it in my life.
So ain't.
Tell you something. The problem is those who think they don't need it. They're the ones that's the problem.
Right.
You know,
Ms. Jones, this is my worst patient right there.
Say
that's
what?
My worst patient.
What? Patient now. Yeah, I mean, I remember a time that I was like, sometimes you can catch me off guard, and my face does show how I feel. Like sometimes you can, because maybe I will react with my facial expressions before.
That's me too. That's me.
Yeah. My husband tells me all the time, you don't have a poker face. I didn't know I was playing poker.
Me too. When I was told that, I didn't know I was playing poker either.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, baby. Therapy, Tampa.
The whole life is poker.
Yeah.
LG said, welcome in. Therapy is needed at some point in most people's lives. Right, Sylvia. And my therapist asked me, she said, well, you're not talking to me. What do you be doing? I said, talking to the YouTube people. She said, what? YouTube? I said, yes, I got an amazing community of all sorts of beautiful people. You know, we are all uniquely made in our, own ways. And I've learned a whole lot, some good, some bad, but it's a beautiful thing that we can all come together. Everybody has their own opinion. At the end of the day, we can come back
and nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's all. We all have I just said to somebody today, I said, I come to realize that we all going to have different beliefs. What the problem is we need to learn to respect those different beliefs. Right. Now, I have my belief of whatever I choose to for my experience. But when we come together like this, it's an opinion.
Right.
It no longer is a belief when I'm starting to speak it. It's an opinion when I'm talking to other people. And then we all got an opinion.
Right.
Which is our own beliefs. But the thing is like a lot of people can't just be okay with what somebody else is doing with their own experience. Like that's, I think we need a little bit more of that.
Mm-hmm. And then to piggyback off of what you said, Bougie, a lot of everybody that knows me know I don't believe in the New Testament. They know I don't believe in Jesus. They know that. The ones that respect me, they okay. They don't push it. Mm-hmm. But the ones that don't respect me, you doing wrong. You supposed to believe in this. You supposed to believe in that.
I didn't know that's what you. I'm the same way. I did not know
how you gonna tell me who to believe in and what not to believe in?
I didn't know that me and you had the same opinion.
You know y'all act alike. You didn't know that?
But you know that. But you know what it is too, and then that's the thing too. It doesn't matter. I just told the same person. There's people on the other side of the world doing totally different things, believing totally different things, but they're living. They're happy. They're at peace, and they might not believe in nothing that you believe with, but it doesn't affect their life. Right. So what you choose to believe is not right or wrong. It's just what you choose to do.
Right.
And we need to respect each other.
Any less for what you believe. But
Yeah.
my thing is, I got a problem when you come to me and you criticize me for my
Exactly. That's where my problem comes in, because I don't care what you believe in. We have some Muslim YouTubers, and every time I see them, Assalamu alaikum. I don't care what you believe in. I'm cool with it. I will talk your language to you. But long as if I tell you that I'm not a believer, or I don't believe in this and that, then you have a problem. Then I got a problem.
You still got to get respect. You still got to get respect.
Right, because if I'm okay with what you believe in, then you should be okay with how I believe, because I'm not trying to push because I understand how I choose to believe is for me and me only. It's not for me to be bashing people over the head to say you should be doing this, because it doesn't matter. You living your life, I'm living mine. We all good.
And at the end of the day, you don't know what's true and what's not.
That part right there.
You was not around when all of this stuff started circulating. The Bible, the spiritual, whatever. You wasn't there. So whatever was taught to them, I told Miss Jones got on a red shirt. By the time it gets to Jax, she had on a rainbow color shirt. But we all looking at her with this red shirt on. So at the end of the day, you don't know what is true and what is not. You believe what you want to believe and stop criticizing folks about what they believe.
What they believe, yeah.
But that is a burgundy shirt.
My thing is, if you believe that there's a hell and people's going to be there, they'll be okay, because I'll be down there with them.
It look great.
Send them to
actually, it's more of like it's more of like a terracotta. That type color.
Yeah, but anyway, by the time they get to Jax, Bougie said she got a purple shirt on. She got a rainbow shirt on. And it started with me saying you had on a red shirt, but Nikki knew you got on a white one.
But let me say, Bougie, I've been sitting here looking at you this whole time, and girl, I'm loving that bonnet with that bougie prepper written across the front. I love that.
PIA made this for me. She doesn't call it a bonnet. I forgot the name. When I see her in another chat, I'm gonna ask her the name again so that I can know the next time I see y'all, I'll tell y'all what she call it. But PIA made this for me.
But I love that.
For these moments when I do a pop-up on somebody live, I got something to throw on my head.
But I've seen it before. I thought it was
thank you. I would tell PIA all the compliments I got.
I love that. I really
She's probably in the bushes.
And guys, if you want, you can say something on a topic to sum it up to the people that's in the bushes or that's going to watch the replay. What would you say about attachment versus detachment? If not, then we good. Tell everybody about your channels. So,
well, to be attached could be good for you and it can be bad for you. Just be very cautious on your attachment.
Yeah. To me, a good attachment would be you're traveling on the same path, you're wanting the same things, you're working toward the same goals. That's to me is a good attachment. A bad attachment is you're fighting every day and you want something and they don't want anything. They want you to work and take care of them, or they think it's okay to attack you and abuse you. That's a bad attachment. Right. And and so you have, but the bottom line with all that, know who you are, know your worth, and then find out what you want. And that will minimize the possibility of you getting in a bad attachment.
Right.
Let me stop my phone from ringing over here.
Detachment is not a bad thing. It's protecting your peace. When you detach, it doesn't mean that you don't care. you're leaving yourself in a position where you could move on.
Right.
Like you said earlier, you won't need closure.
Right.
You're not emotionally attaching yourself to things that you should not be emotionally attached to. So detachment is not a bad thing. It's really emotionally, it's really good for you.
That's true. Thank you, LGG. This gonna last me to the end of April, baby. Then I'll redo it for my 50th.
You a chap. You still a chap. You a chap.
Still trying to figure. I'll be down there in Mississippi in March.
Well, call me when you get here.
Welcome to the 50-50 club.
We're doing a live that day, Bougie. Journey to the 50s.
Miss Jones, do you mind me asking how old you are?
I'm 70.
Oh, yes.
That's good, baby.
I love, you know, I call everybody elders.
Yeah. Oh, look, I am not so self-absorbed that, look, honey, I'm proud to get to 70 because a lot of people won't make it.
Yeah. I tell people to guess my age, they be like, no, women don't. I don't care nothing about that. I'm happy to be the age I am. But I want you to guess it because I know you're not going to know what it is.
What, you said you 50?
I said, welcome to the 50-50 club.
I said, how old are you, Bougie?
Yeah.
How old I look?
She like a
You
chap.
could be one day younger than me.
She look a chap.
I mean, guess a number. Guess.
If you one day younger than me, I'm 64.
I look like I'm 63.
No, you don't.
Nah,
you look
Bougie.
like you
Nah,
in your
I'll
30s,
say you.
I'm going to guess you.
I'll say you in your early 50s.
I'm going to
What
say
you saying?
53.
What'd you say, Miss Jones?
The first time I looked at you, honey, I thought you was around 42.
I'm 57. I'll be 58 in August.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And do you know what y'all?
I am the youngest knucklehead up here.
Look, we all know black don't crack. So
okay.
My grandmother will be 94, so we're having a party for her, and I'll be down there for her birthday. So
it'd be so cute. The some of the people in their 40s and late 40s, they be like, I thought you was my age. No.
52.
Ain't no Bougie. I ain't saying you no old person.
Bougie don't 57.
That don't bother me.
Because if you keep eating honey, your age ain't gonna matter.
Right.
I'm happy to be 57. I like to be around my elders, and you know, my girlfriend, her oldest son, he died at 20-something years old. So to be here at 57 is a good thing. Right. I don't have no shame in telling nobody my age.
What you said. So I'm not gonna be able to go live, y'all, for my grandmother's thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be there a few days. I'm gonna video me following her around.
You gonna be in the wood?
Yes.
You need to call me if
I just said I'm gonna be in Mississippi.
5 hot minutes. You need to call me. We so close, it ain't even gonna make no sense. We're gonna be so close. We in the same town.
I'm gonna be there that weekend. I'm gonna be there a few days. I'm gonna try to spend a couple of days with her because I want to vlog her driving herself to, you know, I just want to see y'all 94 years old, still drive, still cook, still live in our own house.
That's what.
And look, if she that age and she still has her facilities, honey, that's a super blessing.
She's a two-time
she's
a two-time breast cancer survivor. She had both of her breasts. I keep on getting it. I be saying amputated, but that ain't the word.
Augmented, is that the word?
Starts with an
M.
When you get your breast removed, it's called something. Nikki, help me out. Starts with an M. It ain't amputated. That's when you get your legs and all of that stuff.
I don't know. No, that ain't it. I don't know. Yeah, that's mastectomy. Mastectomy. That's what it is. Mastectomy.
Yeah.
I was thinking. Hey, Jigs, I was thinking of the other one.
That's for a man.
Now, is that where they fix it? Like if they had to take some out the other one and then they fix it so they could both be the same size? That's
No,
what
my
that is?
grandmama
That's the removal.
That's a removal. When I first found out my grandmama had breast cancer, I was about 15 years old, and she sent me into her room and told me to go get something out for her dresser. So I goes in there. I'm 15 years old, and I see this little squishy thing on her dresser. And I'm just picking it up, just squishing on it, playing with it. I guess I must have took longer than she expected for me to bring back what she wanted. Next thing I know, I heard her, she just popping me, talking about put my breast down. And I'm looking at her.
PIA's in the chat, Bougie.
And I'm like, ain't your breast right here? What? That's when she sat down and then she pulled the thing down and told me about it. Man, you talking about somebody cried. I was like, I didn't know what to expect. But then she had to have another. Yep, it was this. Years later, she had to have the second one removed. But 93, she don't look 93.
That's
good. Hey,
PIA. Honey Slinger, what you said was in the chat?
PIA.
Oh, she is? I don't see her.
I don't see her neither.
She must be on James. Is she on your channel?
Oh, she's on your channel?
Bougie's hat.
Okay. She on your channel, Jay?
Yeah, she's on my side. She's on the good side tonight.
You asked
her to tell us what's the name of my hat?
Yeah, I just put it in there.
PIA, I want me and Mackenzie one of these hats that Bougie got with Tampa Creek on it.
She didn't respond yet.
Yeah, and Bougie got my favorite color on there. That's red. That's my favorite color.
Me too.
I love red. I love red.
Yes.
My favorite color is the other one that she got on.
The green or the black? Okay,
the green.
I like red.
Green, baby. Anything green. Because I'm not telling y'all what I'm finna do. Y'all gonna have to see it.
For your solar return?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm letting everything go. And I got this new thing that I'm trying to do.
Hey, you do know, I don't know if they do that in your state, but in this state, if you take them big giant trash bags full and you take them over to the Goodwill or Salvation Army, one of them places, you can tell them it's a donation. You can give them the value of what you think that donation is, and that's tax deductible.
So they're gonna give me some money for it.
No, they will give you a paper, but when you don't you have to file taxes? Don't you have to file taxes? Well, then that's part of your deduction.
Yeah, they'll give you a receipt. They'll give you a receipt. If you ask for a receipt,
these days you better grab every deduction you can.
Well, I also got some little African kids that's in the building. So some of Mackenzie little clothes that I had, I gave them to them. And I seen the kids wearing them the other day. So I do have a lot of children clothes that I got to go through. So I'm just going to give, because she got boys and girls.
Yeah.
And I know they can use, I'd rather give it to them.
Yeah.
And instead of taking it to the Goodwill, and you're going to sell it like we getting it brand new.
Unfortunately, where I am, for some reason, sometimes I'm not using your name, Bougie, but sometimes people be bougie. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm too good to accept it. Honey, give me a secondhand anything if I can work with it, I'm gonna work with it.
Hey, PIA, I want one of them hats Bougie got. But yeah, guys, it's been real. I'm thinking about doing
question. What is the name of that hat
tomorrow night?
It's quick. What's the name of that hat you made for Bougie? It's not coming up. It's not coming up. That's why I called you.
Is she putting it in your chat? Well, you can see both chat, right, Tampa?
A Euro Boopa.
Yeah, I'm saying it now on my phone because it's not coming up on the screen.
You're a booper?
Okay.
So Tag said they don't get any donation without giving me a receipt. Yeah.
It's a Euro Boopa.
I want me a Euro Boopa for me and Tampa Creek on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check PIA out too, because I really love that. I mean, that says a lot, you know. Let's say, how can you tell people who you are without telling them who you are?
And you know, too, I like to try to support our local small businesses.
Right.
That's true. I do too. I most definitely. She said Euro
Bouffant cap.
Bouffant cap.
A Euro Bouffant cap.
A Bouffant cap. I want two of them. One for me and Mackenzie. Hers got to be in blue and green, and mine gonna be in green and red like Bougie.
And she had, you know, these are the colors of my channel, so that's why she did it.
Yeah, my channel green, so I don't think she's just gonna do one just all green.
Your channel ain't green, Tampa.
Everything you see on this screen got green on, even the words going across the screen.
Look at all that whiteness behind you right there.
The wall, boo boo. That's the wall.
Okay.
That's my beautiful woman with her crown on. And Mackenzie Minnie Mouse over there.
You know the strangest thing about Tampa's pictures?
What's that?
They be missing things. That queen ain't got no eyes, and my bee ain't got no number 3 legs.
She ain't supposed to. She ain't supposed to. Boozy Prepper, hey sis. Tampa, email me. Okay, PIA, I will. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out. This was an awesome.
Thank you for the topic.
Yeah, I just wanted. It was on my mind, and I was like, "Well, I got my topic for the night. Let's see who gonna come up." And it was amazing. Bougie showed up. Joan Truth showed up. Some special guests.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elder.
I've been saying you every day.
Appreciate
it. Now you just made that comment. So why should you interview me when you see me every day?
Because I want to interview you. We want to do a B segment. Anybody want to do a B segment and interview Jags on the channel? If you do, put a heart in the chat.
Don't nobody want to know nothing.
I want to hear more about how you managed to pump yourself up to think you was gonna go out there and mess with them bees and get your behind stuck. Times you thought you was Superman. You forgot, didn't you?
I want some strawberry chocolate covered strawberries.
Okay, I know, right?
No, I want some. Yeah. My daughter make them. I keep telling her to go on and start her little business. And she had started it, and she started buying all the products and making it for people. Then they would cancel. I said, no. Your first mistake was to get a deposit. Non-refundable. Because if they cancel, at least you got you some little funds. You taking your money to go out and buy strawberries and products, and these people cancel on you, then you stuck with this product. Yeah.
Get a down payment.
You gotta get you a down payment, baby. So Jags, Bridget said yes. They want. Bougie said yes. Sylvia said yes. We got to interview you, Jags.
That ain't enough.
That is enough. Miss Jones, you said she want to hear it.
I want to hear the beef story.
Be at least 50 people that say yes. If 50 people don't say yes, I say no.
First of all, it ain't even 50 people in here.
Hey, you see that, right?
You can go on with that.
Look, Tampa, that's why he called that number 50. 50 people.
That's all right. I got a trick for him. Monday. I got a trick for him Monday. So, guys, we having tea time on the 25th.
I like tricks.
9 p.m. We're having tea time on the 25th. I'm going to create the thumbnail with me and Nikki and anybody else that wants to come up with your hat on. It's open hat, men and gentlemen. Men and women, open hats, tea time.
Happy Valentine's to you too, PIA.
The 27th, we having garden talk. What you're planning in March. Right, Nikki? Yeah, the 27th, what you're planning in March. Garden talk. The 18th, we having another guest. And if anybody wants to come up and I interview them, please let me know. Maybe I can interview Miss Jones.
That was a good. You know I don't do garden talk, but that was a good
Why you don't do garden talk?
That be my joke, because I'm out there for the people, just to learn the skill of gardening. You don't have to love it.
Yeah,
no.
Just learn how to do it. Yeah. I'm out here for them, because y'all be doing too much. So I'm out here for the people.
I'm trying to do better this year with my channel. I did recently, just a few days ago.
Get in the corner.
Did a quickie pop-up, but the only reason that pop-up was there for about 15 minutes, because I just wanted to let people know, after all this stuff happened with the storms and stuff, how did you assess what you had, what you didn't have? Did you assess what things you need to change? Because it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when it's going to happen again. But
JGDG name is 50 people, and he said yes. Doesn't say she loves it. Miss Alice, no, I'm not coloring tonight. I gotta get up early.
He better not be talking against me. Where my phone at?
I gotta get that segment in better than I need to get a stand that actually, you know how you get a stand that go over your head to like that be directly on the color. That's what I need to get. And
for your camera or for your phone?
For the phone to go, you know how when you get those tripods that curve over like a little ostrich.
You know what you could get? I'm gonna have to. You have a tripod already?
I got
a speech microphone.
Let me see a tripod.
Because I can't show it to you, but you can get a. I wish I could.
This tripod is short. And it don't do what I need it to do.
How long do the legs come out?
This short.
No, you can't.
No, they should be bigger than.
No, you can unsnap those and make them longer.
Switch. Now
this is as short as it go. It's not tall.
That's the mini version of what I got.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got a tall.
The one that I had that was tall. I ain't gonna name nobody's name, but they broke the leg off of it.
Yeah. I had mine. I got those. Well, let me tell you something. When COVID hit in my house right now that I'm planning on getting rid of, I have an entire studio. I've got green screens. I've got the spotlights.
Yeah.
I've got tripod. I got all this. That was for COVID because my husband was still doing messages, but we were doing them at home. And now I'm like, I need to get rid of this stuff. This is just there.
I don't know what you said. Do you want a taller? I should turn. What I got? I'll be worrying about what's behind me. Hold on a second. Let me.
Is that the one that follows you?
No, this one. I'm trying to show her the. Hold on.
Yes, Nikki. I'm detaching myself from coloring tonight. I got to get up at 5.
Okay, I had to take this off so she could see it. See this right here? I attached this to this. This is the camera that it's a flexible, like if you don't have to get a whole new stand. I mean, if you want to, I'm just showing you something. You can see how I'm taking this off.
Microphone.
See, I'm showing you, like, see, I got this because of the same thing. This is flexible. Like you can attach this to the stand that you have. And see how
I don't know how you can take this off. How you take this off?
You should be able to just turn it
on the top of that.
Keep turning. That whole thing should be able to come off.
This ain't coming nowhere.
Yes, it is. Just keep turning it.
And just turn it. It ain't doing nothing.
Okay. That little thing on the top, that little thing that opens up where you can put your camera at. Some pieces come with a piece that will just attach to that.
Yeah, like a quick release.
Yeah.
That right there, Tampa. You screw the mic. That was too small though.
Yeah. But they may have something that'll adjust to that.
Yeah, but see this right here, if you figure out, this is a piece that you can get that's flexible. Like
Yeah,
how you
that's
said
what I need.
you wanna
crawl over me.
yeah, so that
Yeah.
it could bend down like any kind of way you want it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure something out because that's what I need. Because trying to hold my I'm not equipped to do all that, and I need to be able to have it stationed so when I'm coloring, what my book at? Right there, right there. Is that it? No, my drawing pad. Hold on.
Nah,
She'll find it.
I have one of those. I got one of those neck mics, and if you flip it, you can stand it up by itself, and the other part is flexible and do the same thing, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. That was my issue. I don't do a lot of recording because I'm too picky at how I want, where the camera should be, and I'm always conscious of what's behind me, and I just be doing too much. I'd be like, oh boy.
See, that's what happens when you have the personality where it just has to be just right. That's me. Because I didn't even bother to blur back my background. It's just
in, Tina.
Hey, Miss Linda. That's me, y'all. I'm OCD when it comes to my art. I gotta have everything right. Hey, Miss Linda.
Because my husband has this thing he does to me. He says, honey, we should do such and such. It has to do with technology. And see, I've learned that when I translate it, it means Sheila figure it out. So I've had to figure out a whole lot when it comes to technology. That's why when people look at me and I tell them, well, all you got to do is do that, they look at me like I'm crazy. They be like, how old are you? I'm 70. I'm not stupid. I'm just 70. Yes, I do know about technology. It's not a problem. But that's why I have so much stuff. And now I'm like, I'm so sick of looking at it now. You just need to let it go.
Bougie. PIA said, did you show how your cap styles differently?
No, because she got to show me. I had no clue. I had no clue about that.
You didn't get no instructions, PIA.
It does have, she put the little thing back here.
You can adjust it.
You can adjust it. Yeah, I know that much. You can adjust it.
It reminds me of the African gele head wrap type thing. That's what it reminds me.
But I don't know the different anything else. You would have to show me.
So you see it?
Yeah, we see it.
So what I was doing was my camera, I just attached, you see I'm looking on the camera, right? I take the camera and then I put it on my shirt so it can go down, but it keeps moving and it's not getting the whole thing. So I need to have something to go over it so it can just lay flat on a desk and y'all can actually see what I'm doing. So this is what I drew the other day, and
nice
coloring it, and I haven't colored it yet. But yeah, I'm tired.
That's the one thing I tend to envy people who can draw, because I give you the best stick people you ever saw in your life.
Elder, okay, I was just getting ready to say the same thing. I can't even draw a good stick person.
Man. Ask me to draw a car. You know how the ones look like blocks?
Yes, and the big wheel.
Yeah.
That's the extent of my drawing.
Wait, I think we could do that one. You know how you do the big square and then you put the little square on it and then we could connect the lines? We could do that.
I seen something else that I want to do. I saw this lady do it. I was like, oh, that's cute. I'm gonna try to do it. I need that thing like Bougie got that bend so I can do, because I enjoy doing the coloring sessions. And Odom created me some Quiet Storm music so I could just play that instrumental while I'm coloring.
Okay, that's nice.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've got a new song, and y'all tell me what y'all think about it, and then we're gonna get up out of here. We gonna get up out of here. Do-da, do-da. We gonna get up out of here. Oh, do-da.
I hope that ain't a song.
No. Nope. Wait a minute, where is it at? Oh, here you go. Okay. Let me see. Is that it? That ain't it.
Well, we'll have to catch it next week.
Whatever, Jigs. Here you go. So, wait a minute. Okay, let me go share my screen.
Later, Sylvia.
I might show up at 12 o'clock tonight. Who knows?
You gonna do a pop-up?
I might.
Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
Can y'all hear it?
I hear it now.
Yeah. Food stamp line, but I'm first in line. Ping hit quick, yeah, that ride mine. Yeah, seat laid back, but the grind don't stop. Tampa queen of the creek on top. Food stamp line, watch me flip that time. From waiting on a call to collecting what's mine. Faith on 10, I don't flatline. Creek built strong, yeah, it's grind time. Parked in a lot, but the vision big. Started with faith and a prayer that hit. Dust to dome, yeah, we built that throne. From the mud outside to a place called home. No handouts, just hands to the plow. Homestead roots got us solid right now. Uber app open, but the hunger deeper. Every mile driven make the legacy sweeter. Tampa breeze, but the fire inside. Queen of the creek, let the hustle ride. Waiting on a ping, but she never behind. From food stamp line to the front of the line. Yeah. Food stamp line, but I'm first in line. Ping hit quick, yeah, they ride mine. See you seat laid back, but the grind don't stop. Tampa queen of the creek on top. Food stamp line, watch me flip that time. From waiting on a call to collect what's mine. Faith on 10, I don't flatline. Creek built strong, yeah, it's grind time. Food stamp line, but I'm first in line. Ring hit quick, yeah, they ride mine. Seat laid back, but the grind don't stop. Tampa queen of the creek on top. Food stamp line, watch me flip that time. From waiting on a call to collecting what's mine. Faith on 10, I don't flatline. Creek built strong, yeah, it's grind time.
Toot toot.
Nice.
That was nice.
Shout out to Oldham Homestead.
That was a nice
That's
beat.
the new food stamp line song. They said you got a song for everything, sure do. Yeah, he said, I love it, Tampa. The beat is hot. Yeah, shout out to Oldham, man. Oldham got it going on. And then he did me an hour worth of Quiet Storm music, just instrumental.
Wow.
So that's going to be just for when I'm coloring.
Okay.
Yep. So that'll be the ASMR. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She said, food stamp line, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I call, I come up live at 1:30 in the evening, PM, 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then Wednesday, 2:30, because Mackenzie get out at 3:45. But I call her car rider line, the food stamp line. Because if you don't get there early, you'll be wrapping around the building, up the street to the Kmart, down the street to the Sears. That's how long the line is. School don't get out to 2:55, but
Everybody's already there.
at 1:30.
Mm.
Nobody wants to be last.
Right. is a copyright free. Well, all of my music Odom created. So yeah, I'm guessing it is copyright free. Yeah. So I'm grateful, honey. But then one day I made the comment, here come the food stamps, y'all. I got to go. I called the kids the food stamps when they was coming. And I called them the food stamps online. I was like, oh my God.
You know, people take stuff literally.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, here come the food stamps, and I couldn't believe it came out.
Like, did I say that out loud?
I did. I said it out loud, and I was killing myself laughing. Carol was laughing. Jamie was laughing. They was like, Tampa, really? So other than that, guys, I will see y'all tomorrow.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All
Bye,
right,
y'all.
elders.
Love you. Love y'all.
Love you
too,
more.
huh?
Wear that bougie, wear that.
Creekside Queen. Tampa, queen of the creek. Built on faith, yeah, the roots run deep. Turning dust to gold, every crop I keep. Hard work don't stop, I don't ever sleep. Up before the rooster, hands in the dirt. Every seed I plant, gotta know my worth. Ain't no silver spoon, had to build my own. Now the homestead strong like the crops I've grown. Brick by brick, stitch by stitch. Turning small town life into something rich. Crafting my dreams, got the hammer and thread. While the world's still talking, I stay 2 steps ahead. From the garden to the stream, from the land to the sky. Blood, sweat, and faith, that's how I ride.
All right, y'all. It's
Oh, we
been
the only
real.
2 here, huh? Oh.
Peace out, people.
Y'all have a good night now.
Bye-bye.